to talk about the installation of a CD and or DVD drive into a computer tower case. The first thing we always remember is that safety is paramount. There is always a danger of electrical shock when dealing with electronic components, so make sure to unplug the tower from any sources of electricity so that the risk of electrical shock is eliminated. You'll be dealing in an environment most likely like this, with many wires and components. The first danger is going to be electrostatic discharge. To prevent against this, you'll need either an electrostatic mat or an electrostatic band to protect the internal components from electrostatic discharge. The next thing you'll need is hardware for removing all nuts and bolts. Standard tool for doing this is something like the nut driver that you see here. You should be able to take the nuts off the case cover and off the CD or DVD drive you'll be replacing. Remember, we do not have spare parts when we do an operation like this. Make sure that when you disconnect everything that you do not break connections, because you will need these for your new drive. As I said, this is going to be the type of environment most likely you'll be working in. Not pretty, lots of wires, complicated. A pristine case, such as this one, would be what we would prefer, but it's not the reality in the real world. Next, you must choose the DVD or CD drive that you wish to put into your system. There are many choices out there, so you have to make sure that is compatible with the motherboard and operating system that you will be using. Next, you'll have to make sure that you have the right wire connectors. If you're upgrading a drive, you may be going from an PATA to an SATA, in which case the connectors may not be exactly the same. Sometimes you'll have a FireWire cable, such as this one here, and or a ribbon cable. Both of these connect the computer hard drive or DVD drive to the motherboard. You need to make sure that these connections are tight. Then reconnect your power connectors. Make sure that these are tight, and make sure that your cable, your FireWire and or your ribbon cable is tight. Now your system is ready to run. You can now go plug your computer back into the wall, and you should be able to start up your system. If there's problems, it may be a driver issue, in which case you may need to go onto the internet and get the drivers if your DVD CD drive is not plug and play compatible.